All right, so it looks like we're diving into the world of leather bags today. Specifically, you're curious about the difference between genuine leather and PU leather. Love the question. Really shows you appreciate quality and want to make a smart choice. And hey, to really get into it, we're tapping into some expertise from Steel Horse Leather Co.
Ah, Steel Horse Leather Co. They make fantastic stuff.
They do. They're known for their handmade leather goods and have this super informative article comparing genuine and PU leather, ready to become a leather pro.
Let's do it.
Okay, so Steel Horse, they don't mess around, they get straight to the point. Genuine leather, it's the gold standard, right? Natural, durable, and it gets better with age.
It really does. What's interesting is that we're talking about animal hide here.
Mostly cowhide, right? I was reading that somewhere.
Yeah, usually cowhide. And it goes through this incredible process, you see. It's called tanning. They take the raw skin and transform it into a material that can last, well, ages.
It's amazing when you think about it.
It really is. There are two main ways they do this tanning thing. Chrome tanning and vegetable tanning.
Okay, so what's the difference?
Chrome tanning uses chromium salts. It's faster, more affordable, and the leather usually ends up softer, easier to work with.
So that's like your everyday leather, right?
Exactly. Now, vegetable tanning, that's the old school method. Uses natural tannins. You find these in tree bark and stuff.
That sounds so much cooler.
It's pretty neat. It takes longer, though. But the leather that comes out of it, super durable. And it gets this really rich, warm color over time.
That's where you get that gorgeous patina, right? Everyone's always raving about patina.
You know it. Each piece ends up totally unique. Now, on the other side of the ring, we've got PU leather. Totally different ballgame.
Yeah, this is the synthetic stuff, right?
Exactly. It's made to look and feel like genuine leather, but, well...
like a good costume.
Huh. Yeah, you could say that. They basically layer polyurethane on a base material. Could be nylon, polyester, you know.
So it's like an imposter. But, I mean, it's got to be more than just looks, right? What about how it actually, holds up?
Oh, absolutely. And that's where things get interesting. PU leather, it tries.
Yeah.
But it just can't match the real deal.
And I think Steel Horse had this really helpful table breaking it all down, right?
They did. A side-by-side comparison. Makes it crystal clear.
So let's talk about it.
Let's start with durability, the big one. Genuine leather, if you take care of it. It can last you a lifetime. I'm talking potentially. It could outlive you.
Whoa, okay. That's a long time. PU leather doesn't stand a chance, huh?
Not even close.
Yeah.
And you know how you mentioned being drawn to that vintage look in your searches?
Yeah, I love it.
Genuine leather, that's where it shines. Gets those scratches, marks, changes color over time, tells a story. PU leather, it just shows wear and tear. Cracks, fades.
And it doesn't have the stories, right? So it's more than just how long it lasts, it's how it ages.
100%. And speaking of how it ages, we got to talk about how it wears. Genuine leather is tough stuff. Naturally resistant to all sorts of wear and tear.
Makes sense if you're going to have it for life.
Exactly. PU leather? Well, it's just not as tough. Can tear, scratch easier.
Yeah.
Might look the part for a bit, but it won't go the distance.
So not only can it last forever, but it sounds like it's tougher too.
Way tougher. But, there's more to think about than just that. Comfort matters, too. Nobody wants a backpack that feels like a sauna.
Right. Who likes to be a sweaty mess?
And that's another win for genuine leather. It breathes. Like, actually breathes. Those tiny pores we talked about. They let air in and out so it stays nice and cool.
So it's like your skin can actually breathe. That's pretty wild.
Exactly. PU leather, not so much. It's not breathable, so it can trap heat and moisture.
Yeah, that would not be fun for everyday stuff.
Right. Especially if it's a bag you're carrying around everywhere. And speaking of everyday use, there was this section in the Steel Horse article called What to Know. I thought it was spot on. They really emphasize researching different types of leather.
Okay, yeah, because it can get kind of overwhelming. The article had some good advice for making sure you're actually picking the right stuff, right?
Definitely. It's not as simple as just, is it genuine or not? There's full grain, top grain, split grain. It's a whole thing.
I'm realizing I had no idea how much there is to know about leather, but I guess that's the point of these deep dives.
Exactly. And Steel Horse made a good point. They said, knowing these things, it helps you avoid buyer's remorse. You're not stuck with something you regret buying.
Yeah, I've totally been there.
It happens. But knowledge is power when you're making a decision.
Okay, so knowledge is power. Got it. What else should we know? Give me the rundown to be a leather expert.
Well, this is where the whole investment side of genuine leather comes in.
Right, because it costs more upfront.
Yeah.
Right.
It usually does. but you're getting something that lasts potentially a lifetime.
Yeah.
So it's less like spending and more like, well, investing.
It's giving heirloom.
Yeah.
You know, something you could even pass down.
Exactly.
Okay, so to sum it all up, it seems like with genuine leather, you get it all. Durability, the patina, how it breathes, and honestly, it's got to feel pretty good to own something real, you know?
It really does. You're paying for the quality, the story behind it, the way it's made.
You know, it's funny. I'd never thought about leather as an investment before, but it makes sense. It's like you're picking something that becomes part of your story, you know?
It's true.
Maybe even part of someone else's story later on if you pass it down.
That's a great point. And it's not just bags either.
Oh, right. It's everything leather, isn't it?
Totally. Jackets, shoes, furniture, you name it. All those things matter.
It really makes you think about all the choices you make.
It does.
And this whole conversation got me thinking about sustainability, too. Like, we talk about fast fashion and how bad it is,
Right.
but I never thought about where leather fits into all that.
It's a good question. Because genuine leather, it's natural.
Oh, yeah, it'll break down eventually on its own.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Biodegradable. Way better for the environment than something synthetic like PU leather.
So it's almost like choosing genuine leather is part of a more sustainable lifestyle.
You could say that. It's investing in things that last so you're not creating more waste.
Man, I feel like I could give a whole presentation on leather now.
I think you could.
All thanks to this deep dive. And hey, hopefully everyone listening feels that way too. We've covered a lot of ground here. We just wanted to give you the info, you know, to really make good choices, whether it's buying a nice leather bag or just trying to be smarter about what you buy in general. So until next time, happy exploring, everyone.